Nicoline is also situated there, but she is at the NG Kerk. Let's see what she's got for us. Nicoline, good morning to you. I can see that you're there at the NG Kerk. Talk to us about what's happening there.
Good morning. Yes, we are indeed at the NG Kerk here in Coligny, where white residents have gathered and they are discussing their concerns over what has been happening here in Coligny. Actually, still trying to come to terms to what has happened on Monday when the two accused were granted bail and 3 houses were set alight in the town. I'm joined here by Reverend Stevie Pieters. Reverend Pieters, if you could please summarize the feelings of the white residents here in Coligny. What are your concerns and do you feel they are being adequately addressed by authorities here in Coligny?
Ek dink die gemeenskap het geweldig deurgeloop. Die gemeenskap is op hulle knieë. Die verliese is geweldig, die intimidasie is groot. Daar is groot angs. Want ons sien nie net die beelde op TV nie, ons beleef dit, ons sien die huise brand, ons sien die mense op ons afstorm. Die gemeenskap is regtig baie diep getref en die nood is geweldig groot en die verliese in die sakesektor 2,5 miljoen, 3,5 miljoen rand. Dis die steunpilare van ons gemeenskap en die ekonomie. En hoe lank dit gaan vat om weer te herstel om ons gemeenskap weer op sy voete te kry. Maar die uitdaging is groot. Ons sien dit as 'n groot uitdaging en 'n toets vir ons om op te staan en hande te vat en ek hoop die media kom terug hiernatoe om uiteindelik weer die verskil te kom sien wat ons kan maak en as die invloede van buite af net in ons gemeenskap kan onttrek word, dat ons net weer die gewone goeie naasbestaan langs mekaar kan hê soos dit nog altyd gehad het. Maar die afgelope 2 weke was 'n tragedie wat hierdie gemeenskap getref het en ek hoop dit gaan nie verder as net hier. Dit is 'n baie slegte ervaring. Die angs en die nood wat daar by ons mense is en die verliese wat die ons deurgaan is baie groot.
Reverend, you keep on referring to influences from outside. Do you believe that the death of this child is actually the main reason for what we've seen transpire here in Coligny, or do you think there's something else behind this?
Wel, daar is baie daaroor gepraat en daar was baie kommentaar daaroor op verskeie media. Ek dink regtig dieselfde tonele wat jy hier sien jy op verskeie plekke in die land op die oomblik op TV. En hierdie dinge definitief 'n paar dae tevore in Lichtenburg begin en hy het by ons na ons toe oorgekom en die tragiese insident het saamgeval met hierdie gebeure en uiteindelik het dit die front geword waarachter hulle aanslag op hierdie gemeenskap verskans. Dis 'n baie tragiese saamloop van omstandighede en dit voel vir my in 'n demokrasie en in 'n beskawing en met 'n grondwet moet ons die stelsel vertrou en daar's net nie vertroue in die stelsel nie en daar's nie vertroue in die leierskap nie. Ons het op verskeie maniere probeer met kommunikasie deur die polisie en polisieleierskap, deur die politieke leiers wat my beïndruk het in ons forum waar ons met die gemeenskapleiers gepraat het saam met hulle en met die kerkleiers. En daar was opregte pogings van al hierdie fronte om by die gemeenskap uit te kom en 2 weke later as ek bevrees hierdie selfe leierskap het nie 'n effek op hulle mense nie. So wat bly dan oor? Waar kom die gesindheid van hierdie mense skielik vandaan? Dit impliseer vir my dat daar definitief rolspelers is wat die gesindheid van hierdie mense geweldig beïnvloed en dat dit nie ophou. Terwyl en ek wil net 'n laaste opmerking maak dat die verantwoordelikheid en die gedrag van hierdie gemeenskap met hierdie aanslag en hierdie verliese en dat hulle so verantwoordelik bly met soveel selfdissipline en selfbeheersing is vir my merkwaardig en is juist vir my die punt om ons as rassiste te etiketeer terwyl ons 2 weke lank die grootste provokasie het en rede het om op te tree en dit nog steeds nie doen nie. Sê vir jou iets van die karakter van hierdie gemeenskap wat so onverdiend deurloop.
How would you describe the relationship between white and black residents here in Coligny, even before all of this started 3 weeks ago?
Wel, ek is 5 jaar in die gemeenskap en vir 5 jaar is dit net 'n goeie ondervinding. So goed dat ek hier wou kom aftree en vir my eiendom bekom. Dit was 'n vreedsame gemeenskap en ek kan vir jou na plekke toe neem en vir jou gaan voorbeelde wys van uitreik uit hierdie gemeenskap na die groter gemeenskap en ondersteuning van hierdie hele gemeenskap. En ons het 'n vreedsame naasbestaan en met mekaar in hierdie gemeenskap gehad wat nou tragies ontspoor het, en dit is net nie vir my regverdigbaar op geen manier nie.
Would you say, Reverend, that this relationship between black and white in Coligny can be reconciled, and what would you say is the way forward in doing so?
Op hierdie stadium met onderhandelinge en praat ons nêrens gebring nie, maar ek dink regtig ons het die innerlike krag en die wilskrag want ons moet hier voortgaan met ons lewe en weer hier bestaan maak. En terwille van 'n baie belangrike landbougemeenskap wat sleutelouens is.
All right, unfortunately we have to cut out of this discussion. We need to go back to Palesa now to wrap up. She's got new guests there, so without stealing any more time, Palesa, I think if you can just wrap things up on your side as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Lee. And we don't have enough time, as you said. But let me just quickly talk to Sanko, the mayor of the area, Ditsobotla, community leader Kwasatu, and the premier of the province is also here. I think they're going to have a minute each. Premier, let me start with you. ANC, of course, by Ntateta Kotalokwete, expressed their concerns on the judicial system, that it's a little bit biased. And you, the premier, you're the head of this province. Where to from here?
We respect the outcome of the courts, but we don't agree with the decision taken by the magistrate. So we are going to be, as government, working with the family. If they agree with us, we will help them with legal assistance so that this can be reviewed.
All right. DA, you bulela khetsi today?
Well, we're in a democracy in South Africa. They can open a case. There's no problem.
Did you incite any violence on Sunday at the funeral?
We'll hear that in court from them.
All right. But your take, we have you here, and then we need your expression on that.
I don't think I incited anybody.
Okay.
I was simply putting the facts.
All right.
That there's a need for us as Afrikaners, as white people, to understand that to deal with injustices of the past, there's going to be a need on the part of our compatriots who are white to accept that they will have to forgo something in South Africa. Because one of the things that we must address is land. Until you address the issue of land, the ownership of the commercial banks here in South Africa, and the entire economy of South Africa, which is in the hands of 9% of the population, you are going to have a volcanic eruption going forward.
So you are in Coligny this morning. Will you be having public meetings, maybe?
Yes, of course. I think from here we are going to be meeting with the Committee of Reconciliation, Healing and Renewal.
Okay.
Thereafter, some Afrikaner community.
Okay.
And thereafter, we'll be addressing the community at the local stadium after visiting the band houses.
All right. Like a Robe protocol, hanyane ke atsiba how buile wena they're not allowed to speak, but ereke Robe hanyane with your permission today. Let me quickly jump to Sanko. Ntate packet soeketsa. On Monday, Sanko promised to apply for a review on the decision that was taken. How far is the process?
The process is at an advanced stage because we have met with the NPA, and then I can't disclose.
But has the application been launched?
Yes, we have.
You have?
Yes.
So you're waiting for the response?
Yes, including some information that we needed.
All right. Now, Ntate Steni Mnyakama, you the community leader. What is the situation around Coligny now? When we got here yesterday, you could sense the tension that still exists in this area. But what's your overall expression of how things have turned now?
Yeah, the death of Mathomola has really, it was like a wildfire to Coligny. It has changed the perception of people in Coligny, especially about blacks. And this thing, let me tell you, it has also triggered other issues that had been happening. I'm telling you of Simon Serol, who was once buried by the roadside in the farm. I'm telling you of another case of Johannes Chompopo Sibir, who was allegedly shot by a white person.
But what must happen now going forward?
What must happen now must go. What needs to happen is everybody need to be honest with the situation. We should stop papering over the cracks, call a truth. We had to meet and see that there are real solutions.
All right.
That's what I would tell you.
Majoro, Ndate Daniel Buthelezi of Ditsobotla, when we drove into this area, you could sense and smell poverty. I went to visit the family yesterday and I cried myself to bed. The situation of poverty, unemployment in this area, it is devastating. Where to from here?
Thank you very much. Let me just indicate that As we have mentioned that you have seen poverty around the area, as the Ditsobotla local municipality, we are trying our best in ensuring that we attract as many investors as possible. Live a better life.
All right, now
that is our commitment as the Ditsobotla local municipality.
All right, on to COSATU now. Finally, that the job, Lizo. COSATU has always been very vocal.
Lesedi has big plans for the future. Friday on